Punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mac Mizzle, the host of the most Don't Need to Brag No Boast. All we did was give a toast to the real folks, like Mike Tyson. We done paved the way in the real way. Those players that play. I got my right hand with me. WI in the building.
Yeah.
Big Widget.
So,
You already know. You already know.
what's
Hey,
going on?
got any new tracks?
Nah, I can't say nothing yet.
Is there anything in the works coming up? I know you're the co-host, but I gotta ask you sometimes, because you're an artist too. And
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
I always got something in the works, but nothing solidified yet. Yeah, I don't wanna say nothing until it is. But there's always something cooking. There's always something on the stove. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, Matt Mizzle show could get an exclusive when you get in the kitchen.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be the first to be like, yeah.
For sure. Nah, that's without a doubt. You have to debut the thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down.
I'll take the premieres for a couple tracks, a couple videos and all that.
I mean, shit, you gotta do it. For sure.
Why not?
I don't know. We got some works, definitely.
Why not?
What's happening?
Ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on in the world today, man? I'm out of the loop, so I always gotta, check the
Well,
market.
this show is brought to you by Spicy Pot Catering, you know what I'm saying? We're doing a show in dedication to Malcolm X. This is Malcolm X Day, you know? You know what I'm saying? Birthday. You know what I'm saying? So you see the Malcolm X shirts. We're gonna have more print ups, you know what I'm saying? Block more clothing line coming through, But yeah, man. And I wanted to talk about, in light of what happened in Boston and everything like that with the shooter and all that, I want to talk about this racial ethnic cleansing, that's going down. You know what I'm saying? And why it's
cleansing,
not. I'm asking myself, why is it not a war crime? Why are they looking at it like it's something complicated and complex to evaluate, So it made me think, who's behind it all,
Right.
Because when you think of ethnic cleansing, what do you think of? Genocide, right? You want to kill off a certain
It's a nice way of saying genocide.
breed of people, right?
Or a fancy way of saying genocide.
So I looked up this little clip and this tells, and that's the question, what is ethnic cleansing, So
over a year has passed since
I want to break it down in this video.
Right.
To let y'all know that shit's serious. And if you understand the depth of this, then you understand
what's going on in the world today.
How deep the rabbit hole really gets.
What's been going on.
So y'all can make the necessary adjustments in your life, your surroundings.
The understanding of the severity of what it really is.
Because I just went to court today over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's like, you look around the courtroom and shit like that, you see, it's just a money game, you know? Everybody's getting paid off our backs for people, you know, in general.
Right.
And they'll leech, you know, they're worse than a motherfucking thief, a little store thief, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll try to leech off everything from you, and they'll sleep great at night, you know? That's it. If you give them an inch, they're gonna take them out. That's how the judicial system works.
Yep, that's a known fact.
And they ain't gonna use no logic and nothing like that. They just gonna proceed with whatever dumb shit they got in front of them, right? As long as it fuels their system the way they want it.
This is it. I mean, it's all created for their profit, you know. The system is rigged. Like, it's not, there is no, I mean, it's knowledge is power at the end of the day. Once you know the system in and out, where you got all the details down to a science, you could definitely manipulate it. But that's the thing, like them knowing all the information, they can, you know, so all it is a couple of expensive words, you know, a few misinterpretations, and it can spin you for a couple of blocks, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely important that we stay sharp, you know.
Like a Ginsu. Ginsu. Yeah. All right, so let's listen to this this little clip. It's a 3-minute clip, you know. Here's the question: what is ethnic cleansing?
Right.
Since Myanmar security forces launched a brutal offensive against the country's ethnic and religious minority group, the Rohingya people. Since then, human rights groups and world leaders condemn the violence as an act of
ethnic cleansing.
It's been characterized by many as ethnic cleansing.
A textbook example of ethnic cleansing.
It's a phrase that's been used to describe some of the worst atrocities throughout history. So, why isn't it illegal according to international law? First, ethnic cleansing largely refers to the expulsion of an ethnic or religious group of people from an area of land. But legally, a clear definition does not exist. Because of this lack of legal definition by the United Nations, ethnic cleansing is technically not considered a crime under international law. The first time the term was used on the world stage was during the conflict in the former Yugoslavia in the 1990s. The United Nations Commission of Experts was tasked with investigating if violations of international humanitarian law was committed there. On May 24, 1994, that commission released its findings where it described ethnic cleansing as, quote, a purposeful policy designed by one ethnic or religious group to remove by violent and terror-inspiring means the civilian population of another ethnic or religious group from certain geographic areas. Following the report's release, media and scholars began using the term for incidents of systematic and violent removal of an undesired ethnic or religious group from a given territory. And despite the Commission's description of the term and public use of the phrase, the United Nations General Assembly never officially defined it, nor made it an international crime. That's because it concluded that acts of ethnic cleansing can often fall within specific war crimes or genocide. Although the line between genocide and ethnic cleansing often become blurred, they aren't exactly the same thing. It all comes down to intent. Here's the difference. Genocide is recognized as a crime under international law since 1948. The Convention of the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide defines certain acts of violence against national, ethnic, racial, or religious groups with the intent to destroy that group would be classified as genocide. While the act of ethnic cleansing, according to scholars, is more about geography and the removal of specific groups of people from particular areas of land. To put it simply, genocide is an intentional act meant to eliminate a group of people, when ethnic cleansing is more broadly about removing them. So genocide can be an act of ethnic cleansing, but not every act of ethnic cleansing is considered genocide. As the world continues to see acts of ethnic cleansing unfold over and over, is it time that the international community come together to legally define it and make it an international crime? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching Now This World.
What do you think about that?
Different play of words.
So you say one is eliminating the race or a particular group,
Right.
altogether, and the other one,
That's how.
and the other one is basically moving a certain group up from a certain area, like and moving them up, like. So you tell me, moving them up in what way, like killing them? Killing them. Ain't nobody gonna let somebody move them up from their spot, right? So that goes to show you right there. There's a mass exodus. Here's one more clip.
Now, two looks at the brutal conflict in northern Ethiopia's Tigray region. Allegations of ethnic cleansing began last fall amid a military crackdown and threatened to engulf the surrounding region and permanently tarnish the reputation of the country's Nobel Prize-winning prime minister. Thousands are dead. Tens of thousands have been displaced. The Ethiopian government is on the defensive, but it has also decided to slightly open the door to outside observers. Special correspondent Coletta Wanjohi is one of a handful of correspondents who's been allowed into Tigray and its capital, Mekelle. This report is based on what she saw and what the government of Ethiopia wanted the outside world to see. And a caution to viewers, Images and accounts in these reports may disturb some viewers.
Scars of war aren't hard to find in the heart of Mekelle, the capital of Tigray. This is one of the schools here, converted into temporary shelter for the internally displaced. Kindafi Abaye, who is Tigrayan, walked for more than 4 days with her children to get here, hoping onto any truck willing to take them away. For 4 months now, this classroom, which they share with 5 other families, is what they have been forced to call home.
I fled here with 5 of my children. Others fled to Sudan. This is troubling me a lot. Since we arrived here, we have had so many problems.
People like Kindafi are trying to outrun a conflict spreading through Ethiopia's north. The region's powerful political party, representing the Tigrayan ethnic group, used to lead the Ethiopian government, but they clashed with current Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. The Tigray party retrenched in their home region, defying Abiy by holding regional elections. In response, Ethiopian government troops arrived in the north, aided by neighboring Eritrea. Fighting here has led to accusations that the government and Eritrean troops are committing human rights abuses against civilians. After months of denials, Ethiopia's Prime Minister has admitted troops from neighboring Eritrea have entered Tigray.
The reason they show their presence is because they have a national security concern. We also informed the Eritrean government they are being accused of wrongdoings, looting, and other things. The Eritrean government strongly denounced these allegations and said it will take strong measures on any of its soldiers who are found guilty of these accusations.
The decision by the Ethiopian government to allow us and other foreign journalists cover the conflict in Tigray follows months of international pressure. Aid agencies were blocked from delivering humanitarian aid by the government for 4 months to nearly 3 million people still on the brink of starvation. Humanitarian worker Abadites Faye says many in the camps are in desperate need of more support.
Besides the support that we get on food, on nutrition or on hygiene, the most important need for these people is to get psychosocial support because they are really in deep sad.
The toll on the people of Tigray is a heavy one. Nevertheless, the government is keen to stress that its soldiers have paid a heavy price too. At its northern headquarters, government military officers tell of the attack last November 4th that started the war. Soldiers loyal to the Tigray political party attacked the barracks where much of the country's equipment and other military assets are kept.
When they attacked us, we fought back with what we had, but they had already taken the weapons and they had control of the armory. We didn't have enough weapons. Many died from our side. There were many women soldiers who died, our friends. They didn't even bury those who died respectfully. It was tragic.
In another part of the city, we were taken to meet wounded soldiers. Shambel Basha claims he was attacked by some of his colleagues who turned against the government 4 months ago.
Some of us had no affiliation to any political party. They chopped off my arm with an axe. I'm lucky to be alive.
This military hospital in Mekelle is yet to return to full operations. The government says it was looted. The United Nations Human Rights Body says it has received reports of sexual gender-based violence, rape, extrajudicial killings, among other crimes allegedly committed in the period of fighting. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed told Parliament any soldier found guilty of raping women and looting communities in the Tigray region will be held accountable. His government has insisted, though, that its own state-appointed Ethiopia Human Rights Commission conducts investigations jointly with the United Nations. The government here says it has given UN agencies and international organizations full access to all parts of the region to offer much-needed humanitarian assistance, but they should move around at their own risk. Aid agencies say movement around the region is still tough, partly because of insecurity and many security checks by government soldiers along the way. There is evidence of more humanitarian aid arriving here.
This is now our 3rd cargo plane of supplies coming from the United States. So those planes have delivered nutritional supplementary food for children, And that's what's on this plane behind me.
But distribution of much needed assistance to some areas remains a challenge, mainly because of insecurity. The government says there is sporadic fighting in the region. Hundreds of thousands more have been unable to flee to the safety of such camps. And altogether, millions of people in this part of Ethiopia are facing the very real threat of starvation. And although being in these camps may feel safer, they don't feel like home for many here, like Gaddafi.
I'm just alive because of the assistance from the residents of the city, but above all, I want my own home. Peace and my own home.
The faith that one day the guns will go silent in this region and she will be reunited with her children who fled to Sudan keeps Gaddafi's hopes alive. For the PBS News Hour, I'm Coletta Wanjohi in Mekele, northern Ethiopia.
So they want them to move up from their land. So they're just attacking them every now and then. That's crazy. To the point where they gotta move around. They're leaving all their hospitals and shit. Dangerous.
5 families in one room? Or was it like one, what was it? 5 families? Not one room, one house or something? I don't know what it was. Hey, listen.
They're doing ethnic cleansing. It's some real serious shit.
Yeah, you don't see it as such because they have it disguised as bad, period. But it's still an actual agenda that
Now,
Yeah, it's serious, man. You know what I'm saying?
not only in foreign land territory, but also
No, bring it back to that shooter in Boston with his manifesto.
right.
180-page manifesto that he wrote, supposedly.
Plotting.
It seems like he got help militarily. Right, that ain't no 18-year-old writing something like that. You know? It's
Right.
supposed to be more like a military. It's like a Manchurian candidate. That's the problem.
Palestinian groups have declared a general strike as the crisis with Israel continues to escalate. Thousands have gathered in towns across the West Bank and beyond to protest. Since the fighting began 9 days ago, at least 213 Palestinians have died, according to the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza. 12 Israelis have also been killed. Today, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Washington is speaking with partners across the region in hopes to end the bloodshed.
We are engaged in quiet but very intensive diplomacy.
You think there's ever going to be peace in the Middle East?
De-escalate and the violence, and then hopefully move on to build something more positive in its wake.
Meantime, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says operations will continue as necessary. Joining me now with Insight is Aida Tuma Suleiman. She is an Arab-Israeli member of the Knesset, the first Arab woman to head a parliamentary committee there. And she's been out with protesters today and comes to us from Akko, Israel. Aida, thank you so much for joining us. I've been told that your voice may be a bit sore from attending these protests today, so just want to give our viewers a heads up. But can you give us a sense of what you saw on the ground and why you were there participating?
Introducing Allcam MyEye, the most advanced wearable AI for vision impairment.
Well, thank you, Christine, for having me. And yes, I have a very, it looks like I'm losing my voice. We had a terrible 9 days already. 9 days we have been watching what is happening, the war on Gaza, and the killing that is going on. But on the other hand, when we started to protest against that war initiated or military attack, whatever you can call it, we were brutally oppressed by the police, the Israeli police, and of course later on we've been attacked by groups of ultra-right-wing groups organized, including in some organizations like the Hava organization, which was declared by the Supreme Court that it is a terrorist group and a racist group. So the escalation has been going on. That's why we initiated the general strike, and our brothers and sisters in the West Bank have joined. And today we had a general strike of all the Palestinian citizens of Israel. It was amazing. Our people wanted to deliver a very clear message. We want to stop this war, and we want to have the right to solidarity and to be with all people, especially after what happened in Jerusalem, in Sheikh Jarrah, in Al-Aqsa Mosque, and now Gaza.
We should note that Palestinian citizens of Israel make up 20% of the population there, so quite a significant figure. Can you go into further detail about all of this pent-up tension and the frustration that you have seen among other Palestinians there? Is it something that you say was just exacerbated by the last month, or is this something specific that needed to be dealt with and that was sort of pent up for months and years before that?
That's true. It was built up for months and years. Sometimes when we speak about the situation, people tend to forget that the Israeli government are still occupying the Palestinian territories, and that Gaza has been under a severe siege for more than 14 years. All the world was dealing with the pandemic COVID-19. While Gaza now is suffering also from the COVID-19 because Israeli government did not allow different kind of help, medical help to enter Gaza and to help the people. On the other hand, in Jerusalem, there's always an escalation. Jerusalem is, in East Jerusalem, is an occupied territory. The world has declared that it is an occupied territory. Israeli government not just only annexated Jerusalem, but also is practicing ethnic cleansing, although it looks like a quiet ethnic cleansing without sometimes bloodshedding. But what do you call when you try to evacuate different neighborhoods from its own people, from its original people? It is by the international law. Changing demography in occupied territory is a war crime, and this is what's happening in Sheikh Jarrah and in the other things. In the beginning of last month, there was an escalation. We have to be clear about it. The escalation is for political reasons. Netanyahu is leading this escalation because he has a deep crisis, political crisis. He was not able to form a government. He is ending his political career. He don't want to leave the control of the country, and that's why he initiated the escalation. He knew from the beginning that he is taught starting fire and starting flames that will lead us to war.
Yeah, and there have been reports that perhaps he had been warned by Israeli intelligence that these escalations and provocations would result in now the fighting that we're seeing. I want to get your response to Gaza, to Hamas's role in Gaza in just a moment. But as somebody who's a lawmaker in Israel, I have read about your storied past there and your history of working side by side with Israeli Jews and living side by side with Israeli Jews. And I'm wondering, as somebody who's a member of the Knesset there and the government, how alarming is it to you to see the sort of infighting amongst Israeli Arabs and Israeli Jews? Because that does seem to be another level that we haven't previously seen when there have been these escalations in infighting.
I have to say it very clearly. No one of us will agree that this is a war between Jews and Arabs. This is what Netanyahu wants to show, that as if to escalate the situation into a civil war between Jews and Arabs. This is not the situation. We are struggling together against this war, Jews and Arabs. There have been protests going on in the last 5-6 days of Jews and Arabs together trying to combat the situation. But you have to also remember that Netanyahu, as his internal security minister, has been escalating and inciting against the Palestinian community. They gave a green light to the fascist groups and told them very clearly that the internal security ministry said that any Jew who has a weapon is an extra force to help the police to neutralize the protesters. Neutralize it, meaning killing.
Let me push back a bit there. There obviously have been a lot of conversations about the impact and the dominance that the right-wing members of not only the Israeli parliament, but settlers there have had over the past few years. But I do want to ask you Hamas's role in all of this, because as we've mentioned, the bloodshed continues. Hamas is also not near a ceasefire as well. And there's a lot of collateral damage that we are hearing internally within Gaza, that many of these rockets that are being fired towards Israel may fail and fall and actually harm Palestinians within that territory. So what responsibility does Hamas have now in toning down this tension and bringing it down, and also being concerned and focusing on the humanitarian crisis?
Well, you know, as someone who is actively politically involved inside Israel and inside my own people, the Palestinian people, I'm very far ideologically from Hamas, and I don't agree maybe many times with whatever Hamas says or do, but you have to understand that any occupied territory or any occupied people, as long as there will be occupation, there will be resistance. No one can decide what kind of resistance will be against occupation. I think that for 14 years, Gaza has been under siege. Israel claims not to occupy Gaza, but you do not occupy only with your army in. Israel controls everything that comes in and out from Gaza. So I want to see a situation where all civilians, Israelis and Palestinians, Gaza or in Palestine, are out of the cycle of violence or out of the bloodshedding. For my reflex, now the citizens, either inside Israel or in Gaza, are paying again the price of those violations.
Does Hamas hold that? Does Hamas hold that responsibility?
Hamas is an organization. Israel is a state that is obliged to the international law And that's why we want to hold Israel accountable.
I've never felt so close to the possibility of disclosure. The Nephilim, the giants, you can't make up that kind of stuff.
They've overcome stage 4 cancer.
It's the real deal.
It's the real deal.
I'm George Norrie. We here at Gaia are committed to revealing the truth. Homeland Security has a video, and it's really strange. Incredible stories of anomalies, ghosts, of hauntings. So much seems to be locked into codes, secret programs. Something else is going on here, don't you think? This program is set up for you to hear the mysteries of this planet, the mysteries of this universe, but also events that are happening right now that affect all of us. Believe me, we're just getting started. I'm going to get the answers. Ingo Swann saw structures. What do you think of that? Is it possible to develop skills like telepathy? You changed a lot of people who were skeptical about life after that. They are actually seeing artifacts from prior civilizations. Interdimensional beings. Are they ghosts? Are they extraterrestrial? What exactly are they? An extraterrestrial presence. Makes a lot of sense. How did these structures get built? It defies our imagination. This could be one of the world's biggest breakthroughs in the study of the supernatural, science, physics, all of this.
What Bible do you read? And how do you know it's the right one? There's only one version of the Bible, right? It might surprise you to learn that Bible translations led to many versions of Holy Scripture. Long ago, translators interpreted the Hebrew Bible, ensuring it would be enjoyed in many languages. But when they encountered Hebrew words they didn't understand, translators relied on their individual cultural context and used different words with different meanings unrelated to the original ones. This led to Bible versions that lacked the full, beautiful, original explanations becoming part of our history. That's why when you join our online classes, you'll get back to the source of the original Hebrew Bible to uncover hidden meanings. Get back to the source. Join our online course today with the treasures of the authentic Bible await. Only a few spots remain. Click on the link to sign up now.
इजराइल और पैलेस्टीन का इशू इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्यों है? एक एग्जांपल से देखें तो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का पार्टीशन, कश्मीर का इशू और राम मंदिर बाबरी मस्जिद डिस्प्यूट, इन सब के एलिमेंट्स प्रेजेंट है इस एक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में और इसीलिए ये इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है। हे एवरीबॉडी, मैं हूं प्रिया और आप देख रहे हैं फिनोलॉजी लीगल। 1947 तक ये पूरा एरिया पैलेस्टीन कहलाता था। 1947 में बढ़ते कॉन्फ्लिक्ट को देखते हुए यूएन ने इस एरिया को 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करने का सोचा। ये एरियाज ज्यूज के लिए और ये एरियाज पैलेस्टीनियंस के लिए। आज के डेट तक बहुत सारी ऐसी कंट्रीज और इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं जो अब भी इसी मैप को रिकॉग्नाइज करती हैं। अब चलिए पैलेस्टीन को देखते हैं। तो उसमें ये पार्ट का नाम है वेस्ट बैंक, वहीं दूसरे पार्ट का नाम है गजा स्ट्रिप और ये दोनों मिलकर बनते हैं पैलेस्टीन। अरब कंट्रीज को यूएन का ये पार्टीशन प्लान पसंद नहीं आया और उन्होंने ये कहा कि ये पूरा का पूरा एरिया पैलेस्टीन कहलाना चाहिए, इसका कोई डिवीजन नहीं होना चाहिए। वहीं ज्यूज को इस पार्टीशन प्लान से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं था और इसलिए 1948 में उन्होंने अपनी कंट्री एस्टैब्लिश कर दी जिसका नाम रखा इजराइल। पर अभी तक पैलेस्टीन नाम की कोई कंट्री एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती थी और इसीलिए अपने लोगों का राइट्स एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए मिडिल ईस्ट में अगले 30 साल तक इजराइल और बाकी की अरब कंट्रीज के बीच में अरब इजरायली वॉर्स चलते रहे, जिससे मिडिल ईस्ट का पूरा मैप बदलता रहा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल 1947-48 की इस वॉर में 7 लाख से ज्यादा पैलेस्टीनियंस को अपना घर छोड़कर आसपास की अरब कंट्रीज में रेफ्यूजीज बनकर रहना पड़ा, जिसे नकबा कहते हैं। इसके बाद है 1967 का वॉर, जिसमें इजराइल ने अपने आसपास की ये सारी टेरिटरीज अक्वायर कर ली और अपने साइज से 3 गुना हो गया। ये वही वॉर है जिसमें इजराइल के पास वेस्ट बैंक का कंट्रोल आ गया और यहाँ इजरायलीज रहने लगे। इजराइल की इस मूव को यूएन और बाकी कंट्रीज ने कंडेम किया और ये कहा कि इजराइल को ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, ऐसा करने से कभी पीस नहीं मिल सकता। पर इजराइल का कहना ये था कि ये सारा हिस्सा हमने प्रॉपर वॉर के थ्रू अक्वायर किया है। यही अगर अरब कंट्रीज वॉर में हमारा कोई हिस्सा अक्वायर कर लेती तो क्या ये हमें वापस देती? नहीं। तो इसलिए इजराइल ने बाकी किसी देश, किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की नहीं सुनी और वेस्ट बैंक अक्वायर करे रखा। अब मिडिल ईस्ट में सिर्फ वॉर्स हुए हैं ऐसा नहीं है, पीस ट्रीटीज भी साइन की गई हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल कैंप डेविड अकॉर्ड, ऑस्लो अकॉर्ड। तो ये जो पैलेस्टीनियन टेरिटरीज, ये वर्ड हम सुनते हैं, ये ऑस्लो अकॉर्ड से ही आया है। पर हर पीस ट्रीटी से भी इजराइल और पैलेस्टीन के मैप्स बदलते रहे। अब प्रेजेंट डे सिचुएशन में कौन सही है कौन गलत, इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर आप तभी दे सकते हैं जब आप पूरी हिस्ट्री समझते हैं, और आप कितने पीछे तक की हिस्ट्री समझना चाहते हैं इससे भी इस क्वेश्चन के आंसर में फर्क पड़ेगा। चलिए एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं और रिवर्स में चलते हैं। तो इजराइल ने गाजा पर एयर स्ट्राइक की, पर पहले हमस ने इजराइल के ऊपर रॉकेट्स का अटैक किया। पर इससे पहले इजरायली पुलिस रमजान के दौरान मुस्लिम्स के सबसे होली टाइम पर मस्जिद के अंदर जाकर वहां पर लोगों के ऊपर रबर बुलेट चला देती है। पर वहां पर पैलेस्टीनियंस पत्थरबाजी कर रहे थे, वो इसलिए कर रहे थे क्योंकि इजरायलीज लोगों को उनके घर से बाहर निकाल रहे थे। इससे पहले की भी इजराइल और पैलेस्टीन की बहुत लंबी हिस्ट्री है, जैसे इंतिफादा, अरब इन्वेजन, नकबा और भी कई सारी चीजें हैं। तो प्रेजेंट डे सिचुएशन समझने के लिए इस पूरे एरिया की हिस्ट्री समझनी बहुत जरूरी है। तो आज की इस वीडियो में हम इजराइल और पैलेस्टीन की हिस्ट्री समझेंगे, इन दोनों के बीच में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं ये समझेंगे और इसका क्या कोई सोल्यूशन निकल सकता है ये बात करेंगे। सबसे पहले आपको इजराइल के इस मैप की, इस ज्योग्राफिकल लोकेशन को समझने की जरूरत है। तो 1948 में बने इजराइल का 50% हिस्सा डेजर्ट है। एक साइड पर कोस्टल रीजन है, वहीं नॉर्थ में हिली रीजन है, और इस साइड पर जॉर्डन रिवर है जो इजराइल और जॉर्डन को सेपरेट करती है। इजराइल की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम, उसका सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज ये है कि उसके पास बहुत ही लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज हैं, और दूसरा ये कि इस कंट्री के पास डेप्थ नहीं है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप इंडिया का मैप देखें तो बहुत अच्छे से प्रोटेक्ट की जा सकती है, एक्सेप्ट नॉर्दर्न एरियाज जहाँ पे बॉर्डर इश्यूज काफी ज्यादा है। क्यों? क्योंकि वहां पर डेप्थ नहीं है। उसी तरह इजराइल के पास भी डेप्थ नहीं है। कंट्री का सबसे नैरो पॉइंट अगर आप कंसिडर करें तो वो सिर्फ 9.3 माइल्स का है, जिस कारण इजराइल हमेशा से ही अपनी मिलिट्री एबिलिटी को स्ट्रेंथन करना और उसे हरदम रेडी रखता है। चलिए अब उस रीजन की हिस्ट्री समझना शुरू करते हैं, जिसके एंड में हमें समझ में आएगा कि इजराइल का ये प्रेजेंट डे मैप कैसे बना। जैसे जब हम इंडिया की हिस्ट्री पढ़ते हैं तो बहुत सारे एम्पायर्स देखते हैं, जैसे गुप्ता एम्पायर, मौर्यन एम्पायर। वैसे ही इस वीडियो में हम ऑटोमन एम्पायर के बारे में जानेंगे, जो कि वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री की कुछ लॉन्ग लास्टिंग डायनेस्टीज में से एक है। ये एम्पायर 12th सेंचुरी के अराउंड बना था। ऑटोमन एम्पायर के जो लीडर्स थे उनका मेन गोल ही एक्सपांशन था, और इस एम्पायर में इजराइल, टर्की, इजिप्ट, ग्रीस, बल्गेरिया, रोमानिया, मैसेडोनिया, हंगरी, जॉर्डन, लेबनान, सीरिया और नॉर्थ अफ्रीका के भी कुछ पार्ट शामिल थे। ऑटोमन एम्पायर इतना बड़ा इसलिए बन पाया क्योंकि तब के टाइम पर बाकी कंट्रीज वीक और अनऑर्गेनाइज थी, वहीं इनके पास काफी एडवांस मिलिट्री थी। लेट 1800s और अर्ली 1900s के दौरान ऑटोमन एम्पायर को अपनी काफी टेरिटरीज छोड़नी पड़ी, और इनके मेन कारण थे ऑटोमन एम्पायर के अंदर ही सोशल और पॉलिटिकल इंस्टेबिलिटी, बाल्कन वॉर्स और इंटरनेशनल नेगेटिविटी। चलिए अब आगे की कहानी जानते हैं। तो 1516 से 1917 के बीच में पैलेस्टाइन जो था वो ऑटोमन एम्पायर के कंट्रोल में था, और ये एक रिलीजियसली डाइवर्स लैंड हुआ करता था जहाँ क्रिश्चियंस, मुस्लिम्स और ज्यूज साथ में रहते थे। इसके बाद अर्ली 1900s के दौरान कुछ ज्यूज ने जायनिज्म और एक ज्यूइश होमलैंड के बारे में बात करना स्टार्ट किया, एक मूवमेंट स्टार्ट किया। दरअसल ये मूवमेंट 20 साल पहले 1897 में थियोडर हर्जल ने स्विट्जरलैंड में स्टार्ट की थी, जिसमें ये डिसाइड किया गया था कि पैलेस्टाइन में एक ज्यूइश होमलैंड बनाना चाहिए। तब के टाइम पर इस मूवमेंट को ज्यादा सपोर्ट नहीं मिला था, क्योंकि उस टाइम पैलेस्टाइन में सिर्फ 8% लोग ज्यूइश थे। उसी टाइम के दौरान पैलेस्टीनियंस को भी अपना खुद का एक इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट चाहिए था, तो एक तरफ जायनिस्ट की अपनी एक होमलैंड की मांग थी और दूसरी तरफ पैलेस्टीनियंस की एक इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्री की मांग थी। इस पिक्चर में अब एंट्री होती है ब्रिटेन की, जिसे जायनिस्ट और पैलेस्टीनियंस की मांग का पता चला और उन्होंने इस सिचुएशन को अपने इंटरेस्ट में कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं ये सोचा। 1914 के वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 के दौरान ब्रिटेन और ओटोमन एम्पायर एक दूसरे के अगेंस्ट लड़े। 1915 में ब्रिटिश रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हेनरी मैकमोहन अरब लीडर्स के पास पहुंचे एक प्रपोजल लेकर और ये कहा कि ब्रिटेन अरब इंडिपेंडेंस के लिए मान जाएंगे अगर वो ऑटोमन्स के खिलाफ लड़ने में ब्रिटेन का साथ दे। इसके बाद 1917 में ब्रिटिश फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी आर्थर बाल्फोर ने ज्यूइश कम्युनिटी के एक लीडिंग फिगर वॉल्टर रॉथस्चाइल्ड को एक लेटर लिखा। इस लेटर में पैलेस्टाइन में एक ज्यूइश होमलैंड बनाने की बात की गई। इसी लेटर को बाल्फोर डिक्लेरेशन कहते हैं। तो आपको समझ में आया कि ब्रिटेन इस वक्त दो प्रॉमिसेस कर रहा था। पहला, पैलेस्टाइन में रहने वाले अरब्स को इंडिपेंडेंस प्रॉमिस की, पर साथ ही में वहां पर ज्यूइश होमलैंड बनाने का प्रॉमिस ज्यूज को दिया। तो बाल्फोर डिक्लेरेशन था क्या? बेसिकली ये 1917 में ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट द्वारा इश्यू किया गया एक पब्लिक स्टेटमेंट था जो पैलेस्टाइन में ज्यूज के लिए एक नेशनल होम बनाने की बात करता था। मतलब ये डिक्लेरेशन जायनिज्म को सपोर्ट करता था। पर इस डिक्लेरेशन से भी बहुत कंफ्यूजन और आने वाले समय की काफी प्रॉब्लम्स खड़ी हुई। जैसे पहला, जायनिज्म को सपोर्ट करने के लिए इस लेटर में नेशनल होम ये वर्ड यूज किया गया, जो पहले कभी भी इंटरनेशनल लॉ में यूज नहीं किया गया था। इसलिए इसका मतलब क्लियर ही नहीं था कि क्या इसका मतलब एक सेपरेट ज्यूइश कंट्री होगा या नहीं। दूसरा, पैलेस्टीनियंस को सपोर्ट करने के लिए ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने ये कहा कि ज्यूइश नेशनल होम पूरा का पूरा पैलेस्टाइन कवर नहीं करेगा और वहां पर रहने वाले नॉन ज्यूइश कम्युनिटीज के सिविल और पॉलिटिकल राइट्स पर भी असर नहीं पड़ना चाहिए। तो आपको समझ में आया कि इस बाल्फोर डिक्लेरेशन से ही पैलेस्टाइन से इजराइल और पैलेस्टीनियन टेरिटरीज बनी और इस बाल्फोर डिक्लेरेशन से ही इजराइल पैलेस्टीनियन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की शुरुआत हुई। यहाँ पर एक बात ध्यान देना जरूरी है कि वेस्टर्न पावर्स हमेशा से ही मिडिल ईस्ट रीजन को कंट्रोल करना चाहते थे। क्यों? दो मेन रीजंस थे। सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट, ऑयल रिजर्व्स। इस टाइम के दौरान ऑयल एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कमोडिटी बन गया था और हर कोई मिडिल ईस्ट के ऑयल रिजर्व्स अपने हाथ में चाहते थे। दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट रीजन था मिडिल ईस्ट की स्ट्रैटेजिक पोजीशन, उनकी लोकेशन। जैसे रशिया को कॉन्स्टेंटिनोपल जो प्रेजेंट डे इस्तांबुल है और मेडिटेरेनियन सी का एक्सेस चाहिए था। फ्रांस का सीरिया में काफी इन्वेस्टमेंट था तो उसे सीरिया चाहिए था। वहीं ब्रिटेन को इंडिया पर अपना कंट्रोल बनाए रखना था, इसलिए ब्रिटेन को पर्शियन गल्फ और स्विस कैनाल का एक्सेस चाहिए था। 1918 में वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 खत्म होने के बाद जब ओटोमन एम्पायर
There you have it. The peace in the Middle East can only come from people knowing their history. Jews and Arabs are related. Kill their own, either kill their own, have to cleanse their own self off the planet. That's some crazy shit. Anyway, si buon na meso. And my stupid. We go out and do something stupid. Think about it. Ask yourself, what back? So if you sit back, relax. Get back.